them out, guys.
And now for the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Welcome race fans to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We did just realize we had a little bit of an issue with the overlay. We're gonna get that fixed really quick here, and we are gonna take a quick break just to make sure we get the right overlays in before we go live here for the Lazy Days Racing Truck Series hosted by Trucks Gone Wild. So once again, I apologize for the inconvenience right now. We are trying to get that fixed as quick as we can. And then we will get to the grid. We'll go through the points later on in the race tonight. Fix one more thing and we should be good to go here tonight. What's going on, Rudy? Thanks for stopping by. There we go. We are set now. We got everything set for the race tonight, and it does look like we are rounding out qualifying. We do have 13 drivers with times down. We are just now waiting for the end of qualifying here tonight. And Rudy, if you can hear me, please tell me we have sound tonight. Alright, still waiting for the end of qualifying. Justin Michael, there we go. We are getting the checker flag, so we're going to be heading to qualifying here in just a moment. And there we go, we have flipped. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid for the night. Starting on the pole tonight will be Justin Michael in the 87. The 98 of Landon Cardulo will start in second. Nathan Sylvia will be starting in the third position in the 14 truck. The 8 of Andrew Schulte will be starting fourth. Chris Vols will be starting in the 5th spot tonight. Eric Barilli will be starting in 6th. Jay Hatterick will be starting 7th tonight in the 11. The 69 of Kerry Cleaver will be starting in the 8th spot. The 19 of Donald Sandusky will be starting 9th tonight. And then in the number 4 machine, Matt Burkhart will be rounding out your top 10 for the start of the race. Matthew Wilson will be starting 11th tonight. Lyman Vanderwig will be starting 12th. Austin Gieshabone will be starting in the 13th position. Johnny Smith will be starting 14th. Wayne Galloway will be starting 15th tonight, and Sean Zulu will be starting 16th. Michael Johnson will be starting 17th tonight in the 04 machine. The number 2 of Kyle Kieshelbosch will be starting 18th. And that will round out our field for the night. So a pretty good sized field out here tonight as we get ready to go racing. And the 87 of Justin Michael getting his second straight pole position, so we expect to see him have a shot at his second straight win. All right, I think these guys have pulled away from the grid. We are getting ready to go racing. A lot on the line. We'll pull up the points so we can get to those later on in the race tonight. We were not able to get to those prior, but we will make sure that we give those points to you guys before the end of the race so we can see how much of an implication this race does have on the point standings. Pace car getting ready to dip down. We're getting ready to go racing here at Las Vegas. There goes the pace car, and the 87 will take off quick. He's going to get a great jump on the 98 of Landon Cardulo, the 14 of Nathan Sylvia right behind him, trying to catch up to him pretty quick here as we get to racing. 130 laps here tonight, and I tell you what, it's going to be a great battle. So far, they are clearing out. You go back to Eric Barilli, who's got Chris Vols on his outside. Side by side they go, coming out of turn number 4. And I expect these guys to kind of settle in. It's going to be a long race here tonight. But you gotta keep an eye on the number of laps, and we're having a change in the second spot. Nathan Sylvia on that high side. He's got Landon Cardulo on the bottom. Landon's trying to get a battle for the lead now. He's going to take on the 87 of Justin Michael, and Landon Cardulo will be your leader at the line. So we've got a new leader here on lap number 2. Now Nathan Sylvia is going to tuck it in. He is going to get past. We're going to go 3 wide here on the back. Coming off of turn number 2 onto the backstretch. And your 3 wide action is between Eric Barilli, Andrew Schulte, and Chris Vols. They are going to clear out. And it looks like Chris Vols is going to file behind the 78 of Eric Barilli. But the 8 of Andrew Schulte still out there trying to battle. The 87 of Justin Michael is falling back. He is back in the 3rd spot now, and he is trying to battle, or he's trying to work the line a little bit, trying to keep his 3rd spot alive. And now Eric Barilli and the 8 of Andrew Schulte looking to split him. Eric Barilli's going to think twice about it. And Eric Barilli now looking for a way around these guys. He's kind of stuck in the middle of 2 packs here, or 2 battles here, as now he's got the 11 on his outside, but Chris Vols right behind him. And then you have, right behind Chris Vols, you have the 19 of Donald Sandusky, who was looking for a spot to shoot and get his spot. And now Eric Barilli past Justin Michael. So this is where the battle has been. We're going to have a lead change. We're actually having a battle for that lead. Nathan Sylvia was to the outside of Landon Cardulo trying to get the run. Doesn't look like he's going to quite get it, though. He is getting a little bit of speed coming off the corners. Can he beat Landon Cardulo on that high side? And And there he goes onto the backstretch. He is going to take it side by side. He is just barely behind Landon going into turn number 3. And Landon Cardullo is going to clear him and jump in front of him so he doesn't get that run off the corner. But let's go back and check that battle with this pack back here. This pack that is, actually Eric Burley has separated from it. He's going to try to catch up to third place Andrew Schulte. Justin Michael back here is the head of this second pack. We still got a battle up front as Landon Cardullo is down on the apron. He jumped down there to try to get a little bit more run on the 14 of Nathan Sylvia. And 8 laps down here. We're on lap number 8 now. And I tell you what, these guys have been battling from the start. No cautions yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to see one with how hard these guys are battling. Into turn number 3 and 4. The 98 of Landon Cardullo will get the run on the bottom going into the corner, but can he hold it? He is going to jump in front of the 14 once again. And there's another battle forming behind them. The 8 of Andrew Schulte and the 78 of Eric Burley. Eric Burley does have that bottom line. He's trying to get around the 8 and trying to move into the top 3. And once we get a chance, we'll go over the points, but I can tell you this top 4 has major points implications as a lot of these guys are in that chase for the championship this year here in the Trucks Gone Wild Lazy Days Racing Truck Series. And they're starting to clear out up front, but right behind them, you got more battling going on. So we'll go back here. The 87 does have the 11 right tucked onto his bumper. The 11 of Jay Haddock to the outside line. He's not going to get that running. It looked like he may have gotten a little high there coming into the corner. His truck was moving around pretty well, but he is going to jump to the inside line of the 87 of Justin Michael, and Jay Haddock is going to make the clear pass. They're going to do a crossover coming out of the corner. Can the 87 get some speed? And it does look like the 87 of Justin Michael will possibly still remain in that top 5, and Eric Barilli still up here trying to make the pass on Andrew Schulte. And these two are still side by side. We're making sure to watch this battle because one of these guys have got to give the 87 of Justin Michael starting to catch up. He's going to try to get into this battle here. And you see the power of Eric Burley coming into the corner. He's able to make the pass. And now the 8 of Andrew Schulte on that inside line. And we've seen that crossover a couple times now. And it will work there as Andrew Schulte is going to move back up. And the 87 of Justin Michael now on that inside line. Eric Burley almost made contact with him. But now Eric Burley is kind of stuck behind the 8, looking for somewhere to go. And Justin Michael is trying to get back into that top 3. So now let's take a look at the top 5, how they sit. We haven't moved around. You know, this top 5 has, I guess, kind of scrambled up, but we have not changed the top 5 much. In first right now, Landon Cardullo, who started second, is up front. Nathan Sylvia, who started third, currently sitting in second. Justin Michael, who started on the pole, now in third. Andrew Schulte has not moved currently. Started in fourth, still sits in fourth. And Eric Barilli from 6th up to 5th. So not a lot of movement in this top 5 right now. But we are still early on in this race. We'll start seeing pit stops roughly around, I would say, lap 30, lap 40. And I'm real interested to see how these guys can compete when they get near that lap 30, because those tires will be shot by then. And even some of the best tire conservers out there struggle here at Las Vegas. So we are starting to clear out the battles. Let's take a look where our next battle is. It is all the way back in 14th, Sean Zulu. He's got this 69, a Kerry Cleaver behind him. And Kerry to that inside line. He's not going to quite get it. The 21 of Sean Zulu sticks on that high side. He's going to kind of keep it in front of the 69 for the moment. And we're seeing the 21 of Sean Zulu go to that high line almost every chance he gets going into the corners. But for now, let's go. Actually, they look like for a moment they were going to have a pass, but they are not. Let's go back out front. We got a new leader, Nathan Sylvia. So Nathan Sylvia out front now, and we do have the 87 of Justin Michael trying to make a run here in the late stages of this fuel run. And maybe he was saving early on in this race because he is back up front. Landon Cardullo currently running at your top 3. Eric Burley in 4th, and Andrew Schulte now sitting in that 5th position. So this top 5 is remaining competitive. We're having a couple passes here and there, but ultimately these guys are sticking together and keeping the battle pretty close. And the 87 of Justin Michael to the inside line. And we'll see if he can get the speed on the corner, and he will blow by the 14. So we're definitely seeing how much saving tires helps at this track. But I don't know how much the 14 has left in those tires, as they are on lap 24 right now. We were saying lap 30 to 40 would be the expected pit window. So we'll see if, the 87 almost made contact with the 14, but we do have another lead change here tonight. The 87 of Justin Michael to the lead. Justin Michael, who started on the pole, getting his 2nd lap led tonight. And even though he got the pole, this is only his 2nd time, actually 3rd time now coming around, leading laps here as we hit lap 26. And as we get near the first green flag pit stops of the night, let's take a look let's take a look to see how our field rounds out right now. Justin Michael, who started on the pole, is sitting up front. 4 laps led for him now. We go back to second. Nathan Sylvia, who started third, has also 4 laps led and is currently sitting second. Landon Cardullo started second tonight, has 18 laps led, sitting third. Eric Burley, who started 6th tonight, up into the 4th position. Donald Sandusky started 9th, now up into 5th. Andrew Schulte, who started in 4th, is showing as 6th at the moment, but he has Jay Hatterick, who started in 7th on that inside line, and it's going to clear up as we sit here and watch this battle kind of unfold. But Jay Hatterick currently sitting in 7th. Lyman Vanderweg is actually back in 9th now. He did start 12th tonight. And the man who just passed him, Austin Guichabone, started 13th, will be 8th when they come around to the line. Whoops. Kyle Kieshelbosch started 18th tonight, now up to 10th. Chris Voll started in the top 5. He has fallen back to 11th as they sit right now on lap 29. Matt Burkhart started 10th tonight, has fallen back to 12th. Matthew Wilson started 11th, now up to 13th. Kerry Cleaver started in 8th, has fallen back to 14th. Michael Johnson started 17th tonight, has moved up into the 15th position. Sean Zulu started 16th, still sitting in 16th, and he is the last truck on the field as Johnny Smith and Wayne Galloway did not take to the field. So the 87 of Justin Michael out front, when does he come down pit road? We are nearing that pit cycle time, so I imagine we'll start seeing trucks come down pit road, get those fresh tires, and I tell you what, the longer you stay out here, the worse you are off, because those tires make a big difference here at this track. And we have not seen anybody come down pit road just yet. 35 laps in the books. And Justin Michael has now led 12 of those 34 laps, as they're on 35 right now. And the 14 hitting the wall. We'll go back to the 14 of Nathan Sylvia. It doesn't look like Nathan Sylvia running into more trouble. Landon Cardillo sitting in third. And this is where the real distance comes into play. You take a look at it. And did we have somebody down? That is a lap truck, but you see the distance between second, third, and fourth. And it is roughly almost a second and a half. I don't know, almost 2 seconds, maybe even more, between second, third, and fourth. So this is starting to separate, and you're going to see the pit stop. You're going to see the pit stops really affect where these trucks sit after they all get done pitting. But we are on lap 37 and still, or we are having our first driver come down pit road. It was the 69 of Kerry Cleaver. So we are having the pit stops happen now. Kerry Cleaver on pit road. And we'll see if he brings it back off. He's got a little bit of damage on that truck. And we are having a couple drivers come off pit road. Sean Zulu came off pit road just a moment ago. He had taken his second pit stop of the night. Eric Barilli is still on the track. And we are still waiting for our leaders to come down pit road here tonight. And the 21 of Sean Zulu almost makes contact with the leader. And he is going to fly by him on those fresh tires. And there you can see it, just how important those fresh tires are out here tonight. And we did see another driver bring it down pit road. It was Andrew Schulte, who is sitting on pit road right now, getting some fresh tires on that truck, so he'll be getting ready to bring it back out. But we are still waiting for the leaders to come down pit road. We are on that lap 40. This was about the point in the race when I thought we'd see more of our leaders coming down to get those fresh tires, and maybe Justin Michael was thinking about it after seeing the 21 of Sean Zulu fly by him, but he will stay out and lead another lap, his 18th of the night. And we are starting to see more drivers bringing it down pit road. Looks like Matthew Wilson, Lyman Vanderweg, and Chris Vols have all joined in. Austin Giesebone getting ready to come down. We're having a pit party here. See everybody on pit road. And Justin Michael staying out, hoping for the caution. Jay Hatterick out there as well, and Michael Johnson, your drivers that remained out on the track as everybody else getting those pit stop times in. You see him right there, and I believe Eric Barilli made the biggest jump from 5th up to 4th. Actually, no, Nathan Sylvia from 5th has fallen back from 3rd to 5th. And Justin Michael on pit road now. And that should give the lead up to Jay Hatterick. He is bringing it down pit road. So Andrew Schulte, maybe your leader. Here, we'll take a look to see where he's at on the track as the pit stop times do round out. And he still has a little bit of distance to make up on Justin Michael. But he is coming pretty quick. He was 1 lap down, so actually Michael Johnson will be your leader. And it sounded like we may have had contact. Justin Michael bringing it down pit road. And does he get out? Or does he cross the start-finish line before Justin Michael comes around? And it doesn't look like he will. So Justin Michael holding on to that lead after the green flag stops. Andrew Schulte is 3.18 or 3.8 back from Justin Michael here. And Andrew Schulte pitted a lot earlier than Justin Michael, so I would be surprised to see Schulte trying to make a move. He is starting to fall back a little bit. Eric Burley does have the 14 of Nathan Sylvia right behind him. This is where your battle is going to unfold. And Matt Burkhart had pulled his truck behind the wall. He is back out there trying to get it done. But right now, side-by-side action between the 14 and the 78 of Eric Burley. Nathan Sylvia on that inside line. And we talked about it earlier. That battle right there is serious points implications. As let's take a look at those points really quick, because these guys are locked in a pretty good battle. And Nathan Sylvia has 3 points on Eric Burley for that points lead. So Eric Burley up front, he's got to like beating the 14 right now. But it's not over until it's over. Side by side they go again. And Eric Burley trying to hold on to it. It looks like he throttled down from the 8 of Andrew Schulte, who's actually fallen back. He is in second. Nathan Sylvia is going to take this thing 3 wide, and he's going to push the 78 out of the way. He's going to make contact with the 98 of Landon Cardullo. So second through fifth all together. Eric Burley kind of gets shuffled to the back of that pack, and Matt Burkhart hooking on to the back with him. Just like that, Eric Burley finds himself in a little bit of a different spot. He was battling for third, and now he finds himself trying to remain in that top 5 and stay with these guys. Landon Cardullo is going to jump down in front of him as Nathan Sylvia getting a run on the 8 of Andrew Schulte. And they're going to go 3 wide for second. The 98 of Landon Cardullo, the 14 of Nathan Sylvia, and the 8 of Andrew Schulte to the high side. And they're going to fan out, and the 78 of Eric Burley looking to that inside line. He's got the run. He's going door-to-door with the 8. He's going to pass the 8 and go door-to-door with the 14 now. Landon Cardullo up into the second spot. Side by side, they go into turn number 1 and 2, and they are inches away from each other, and I'm surprised they did not make contact there. Going into 3 and 4, Eric Burley has let off a little bit. He is starting to catch again. Eric Burley stuck on that high line now. He's got the 14 of Nathan Sylvia. And they're going to make contact. Nathan Sylvia up into Eric Barilli there. And we have our first caution of the night. Let's take a look at that once again. Eric Barilli, I don't know if he took the brunt of the damage, but he kind of got stuck up there and involved in something maybe he didn't want to be part of. And you see the 14 just came up into Eric Barilli. 14 is going to take a little bit of damage here. Let's take another look. Take a look to see what happened to the 14 as he, I don't know if something may have broke on that truck, but he came right up into Eric Barilli. The 4 also makes contact with him. And he actually makes contact once again with the 4. So double the damage for the 14, as now he is right behind Eric Barilli. We'll put that one up to netcode. They come down pit road. And Justin Michael bringing him down pit road. Here they come, all down pit road. We're going to see who wins the battle off of pit road. And the 87 making it off pretty cleanly. Andrew Schulte and Donald Sandusky makes his way off pit road. And I imagine we see Eric Barilli take as much damage repair as he can. And Eric Barilli still sitting on pit road, but Justin Michael out there now. And Landon Cardullo fell back to 5th. We're seeing where our... And we saw Eric Barilli, who's still sitting on pit road, fall back to 10th. So not a lot of battling for position, I guess you could say. Landon Cardullo with a 16.13 second pit stop. Not sure what happened to him there on pit road, and it does look like Eric Barilli still sitting on pit road, and he has not moved yet. There he's coming off pit road right now, so he's going to stay on that lead lap. He got as much damage as he could get repaired. A minute and 8 seconds on pit road for the 78 of Eric Barilli. So let's go through those points now that we have a chance to. We'll take a look at those points. Nathan Sylvia currently sits in the lead in points right now. He did pass Eric Barilli last week. He does have 164. Eric Barilli sitting in second with 161. Michael Johnson sitting in third, quite a ways back, 135 points for Michael Johnson. Gary Cleaver sitting in fourth with 131. Chris Voles sitting in fourth with, or no, he's sitting in fifth with 125. Ivan Jones sitting in sixth with 124. Sutherland Boswell in seventh with 122. Wayne Galloway in eighth with 119. Kyle Kieselbosch with 115 is in ninth, and Lyman Vanderweg with 108 sitting in the 10th position. And we are getting ready to go back green flag racing. They have doubled them up. Pace car lights are out. All right, and the pace car is getting ready to dip off. Justin Michael bringing them back around. 35 laps led for the pole sitter tonight. Our first caution of the night comes almost halfway through this race. And we do have a lot of drivers still on the lead lap. Green flag is coming out. The 87 of Justin Michael with a quick start there. The 8 of Andrew Schulte on that high side. And the 19 of Donald Sandusky will file into the third spot. And really single file action all the way back. Donald Sandusky now trying to make the move on the 8 of Andrew Schulte. And the 19 of Donald Sandusky does go to that bottom line. He's going to try to get just enough of a run. But it does look like the 8's thinking about coming down in front of him. But Donald Sandusky will remain on the bottom. He's going to try to get that inside line. He's not going to get it from Andrew Schulte. He's going to block the path and stay in front. In second place, but they are catching Justin Michael, who we do know seems to have liked that long run. And it looks like if we can remain green from here on out, we'll have one more pit stop. And before we know it, this race will be over. They're on lap 61 now. Justin Michael leading his 38th lap of the night. And now Andrew Schulte to that inside line. He is going to make the pass on Justin Michael. So Andrew Schulte to the lead. Donald Sandusky falls right behind him to move into that second spot. And now Donald Sandusky making his name be known. He's trying to make the lead here on lap 62. And he is going to get the inside line. He's going to get the run coming into the corner. Can he hold off the charge of the 8? And it doesn't look like he will. So we'll have a new leader once again here on lap 62. Justin Michael trying to hang in. And the 11 of Jay Haderick also involved. And Chris Valls will round out. No, Lyman Vanderweg now moving into the top 5. Donald Sandusky now taking his second lap, and the 8 of Andrew Schulte and the 87 of Justin Michael sitting back there relaxing, and the 11 of Jay Haderick trying to get into the mix. He's going to push the 8 up the track, and now Andrew Schulte in danger of dropping out of the top 5. That'll put Justin Michael back into the second spot. Justin Michael now in front of the pack, trying to charge up to the leader, Donald Sandusky, who started 9th tonight. Does Jay Haderick try to make the move? He needs the points. He needs to try to get up there. We're trying to see where he is in points. He is in 22nd. He only has 2 of the 4 races under his belt, so a win here tonight would help the 11 of Jay Haderick. And we're not really seeing much of an... we're seeing Donald Sandusky kind of stabilize how far he is out on the 87 of Justin Michael. We're not really seeing much of a battle for that lead. The 11 of Jay Hadrick giving the 87 of Justin Michael all he can out there tonight. We're still seeing Donald Sandusky out to that 0.4 second lead. Jay Hadrick, our biggest battle right now. The 11 and the 87. Well, let's take a look back at somebody who was battling for a position earlier tonight. Eric Barilli sitting back in the 10th position. He's got some major damage on the rear end of that truck, but he is trying to make his way back up the track because he knows he needs as many points as he can to remain in that chase for the championship. So for the moment, we are seeing the battle start to heat up for this lead. Donald Sandusky's lead has gone down to 0.1, and Justin Michael is trying to make a run. The 87 in that Sim TV Nation truck trying to make the run. He does have the inside line on the 19 of Donald Sandusky. We're going to see a lead change here on lap 74. Donald Sandusky was able to get 12 laps led, but he is now going to give it back up to the pole setter tonight. So Justin Michael now with his 39th lap led. And I tell you what, these guys have been able to keep this pretty much clean as we have 75 laps going into the books. One caution. Let's take a look at the race summary really quick as Justin Michael comes back around to lead his 40th lap of the night. So 6 lead changes, 1 caution, 4 laps, 55 laps do remain in this race. And your fastest time belongs to the 98 of Landon Cardullo. All right, and Justin Michael has started to pull away from second place. Donald Sandusky. But we are seeing that lead extend for Justin Michael. The 11 of Jay Haddock has been able to hang in. Jay Haddock able to hang in there. He is starting to lose a little bit of time on, actually he's starting to gain a little bit of time on Donald Sandusky. He is still 0.4, 0.5 back. As we head to lap 80, Justin Michael out front still. And let's take a look through the field, because we will have, as they come back around one more time, they'll have 50 laps remaining in this race. Justin Michael started on the pole, has led 44 laps, still remains up front. Donald Sandusky, who started 9th tonight, led 12 laps, sitting in 2nd. Jay Haddock, who started 7th, is in 3rd. We're going to have a battle for 4th position. It looks like Landon Cardullo is going to move back to 5th. Started 2nd tonight, led 18 laps. Now in the 4th position, or moving, up into, or he falls back to 5th. Andrew Schulte, who started 4th tonight, back in 4th, led 1 lap as well. Nathan Sylvia, who started 3rd, is currently sitting in 6th, has led 4 laps. Chris Vols started 5th tonight, is now sitting in 7th. Lyman Vanderweg started 12th, and is now in 8th. Kyle Kieshelbosch started in 18th, now in 9th. Austin Gieshabone started 13th, currently sits in 10th. Eric Burley started in 6th tonight, was up front battling for a while, got a little bit of damage. He is now back in 11th. And your last car on the lead lap, Michael Johnson in the 04, started 17th, now in 12th. Matthew Wilson started 11th tonight, now in 13th. Harry Cleaver started in 8th, now in 14th. We do have one in the wall. Caution is back out, and it was Kyle Kieshelbosch. Let's take a look to see what happened to Kyle Kieshelbosch right here with our second caution of the night. Oh, he made contact with Lyman Vanderwood, snaps loose, takes it up into the wall, and he's going to park it up there. It looked like, did anybody else get involved? Because I thought I saw him up on the top of the track. Yeah, he tried to bring it back onto the track, snapped loose on him once again, and he parks it at the top. So Kyle Kieshelbosch brings out our second caution of the night. And we were watching the two. Kyle Kieshelbosch on that caution. He took it down to the apron and he towed it. Interesting move. Michael Johnson showing as your leader as he stays out. Everybody else down to the pits for the final time tonight. Or did they? Justin Michael may have stayed out because nobody is on pit road. Let's go back to the track because I want to say Justin Michael did take a pit stop, but they were able to get off pit road before we flipped to him. Yep, there he is on the track. He does have 3 pit stops. And we are still waiting for the 04 to see if he comes down pit road, because he has stayed out. And he only has, I'm only showing he has one pit stop tonight. So maybe he thinks he's got something left in the tank for these guys. Cal Kishabash has taken his truck behind the wall tonight. Sean Zulu, the only other driver to take it behind the wall. Matt Burkhart, 4 laps down. Kerry Cleaver, 2 laps down. And everybody else on pit road. Doubling them up. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing will be lap 87. And this is where things are going to get interesting. We're going to have roughly 40 laps left. And things are going to start to heat up because we do have everybody check back up. And Eric Barilli is back up in the top 10, sitting in 7th. And it looks like he's got a pretty good amount of damage repaired on that truck. So we'll see if he does have the speed coming on this restart. He is behind the 14 of Nathan Sylvia. Pace car is getting ready to dip off to the pit road. There goes the pace car. The 87 is quick on it. The 19 of Donald Sandusky. It didn't seem like he knew he was going, because he is 0.3 behind the leader now. And he did check in front of Andrew Schulte. So he stopped the movement of the 8 to try to make the run on that restart. Eric Burley already fallen back to 9th. It looks like that damage is too much for that truck. Donald Sandusky to the inside line. Gets the lap led. That takes the lead here on lap 88. And now Jay Haderick to that inside line, trying to make the run. He will pass the 87 of Justin Michael as well, and he's going to jump right in front of him. So Jay Haderick is working on making the pass on Donald Sandusky. And the 98 of Landon Cardullo also working his way into that top 3. He's going to go to the inside of Jay Haderick. As we hit lap 90, they are coming to 40 to go. The Landon Cardullo into the second place. He's trying to hunt down the 19 of Landon Cardullo. Donald Sandusky. Landon Cardullo does have 18 laps led, but they were pretty on it early in this race. And Justin Michael back into 5th. And as they come to lap 93, Donald Sandusky is up front, Landon Cardullo in second, Jay Hadrick in third. This front three is starting to heat up. The 46 of Austin Guichabone in fourth, Justin Michael in fifth, the 49 of Lyman Vanderweg in the 6th position. He's starting to make a run on Justin. Actually, look at that. The 78 of Eric Burley starting to make a run. He's getting ready to pass Lyman Vanderweg for the 6th position as they go side by side into turn number 3 and 4. And the 87 trying to run the line. He's going to jump to that bottom though and kind of cut in front of Eric Burley and slow him up a little bit. But now he does have the inside run on the 49. Side by side they go. And now Eric Burley still side by side. He's going to almost make contact with Justin Michael as he jumps down in front of him. So Justin Michael is almost swerving around the track right now. He is jumping in front of the 78 of Eric Burley. He's jumping to the outside to block the 49. And it does look like Eric may have tried to back out of that because he sees what's going on up there. And he knows that is going to cause a wreck eventually. But now here, Lyman goes way high. And Eric's going to be right there to jump back to the inside line. And the 87 going back to swerving inside on the front stretch to the outside. Coming out of the front stretch into turn number 1. He's going to dive it back down low. But Eric Burley to that inside line. He's trying to make the run on the 87. Can he get down there in time to stop the movement of the 87? Doesn't look like he will. It looks like he'll check up once again. And the 87 will make contact with the 49 coming out of the front stretch. So now Eric Burley trying to make his run around. And it does look like he will move into that 6th position. And now Eric Burley looking to the outside. He doesn't have enough room to make the pass at Lyman Vanderweg. He's looking to get around the 87. So now Eric Burley to the inside of Justin Michael. He's going to make the clean pass. Pretty easy pass for the 78 as he's going to move back into the top 5 for the first time since the accident he was involved in. And he is up there with, he's got some time to make up. His teammate Austin Guichabone is up there. And we did have one down on the inside line. I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Matt Burkhart, but we were looking to see, and it does look like Eric Burley's pulled away from the 87 of Justin Michael. We'll now take a look up Austin Gieshabone in that 4th spot. He is starting to give up some time to Eric now. Jay Hatterick, the 98 of Landon Cardulo, and the 19 of Donald Sandusky are all roughly 3 seconds ahead of Austin Gieshabone. We aren't seeing much of a movement between this top 3. You go back and look at that. Eric Burley is caught up to Austin Gieshabone. This battle is going to start to unfold. Eric Burley trying to make a late run here tonight. Does have that rear end fixed on the truck. As we are getting close to 25 to go here at Las Vegas. And Eric Burley to that inside line. He is going to make the pass on Austin Gieshabone. He's moving into 4th now. And really, we're not seeing Eric pull away from Justin Michael as much as we thought we would. Austin Gieshabone is starting to fall back. So let's go back up front now, as Donald Sandusky has been able to hold off Landon Cardulo and Jay Hatterick. So Donald Sandusky out to 32 laps led. We does look like we had one down on the apron. Maybe we do not, as Matt Burkhart has taken his car behind the wall. We got 3 out tonight. And we do have 12 still on that lead lap. Michael Johnson, your last driver on the lead lap, is barely hanging on to that spot. And Eric Burley is in 4th still. And the man he's got to beat tonight, Nathan Sylvia. Try to find him on the track here. There we go. Nathan Sylvia currently sitting in 6th. So Eric Burley needs approximately, I would say he needs to get up into that. Oh, he has fallen back, and we might have a caution here as one is loose on the track. It was the 87 of Justin Michael. Now let's take a look to see what happened to Justin Michael really quick. We are taking a look in replay really quick to see what happened to Justin Michael, because he was loose on the backstretch. Oh, and that's what happened. Eric Burley into the wall. He collects the 87 of Justin Michael, who saves it. Nice drive in there by the 87 Sim TV Nation truck. At 3 wide now, Austin Gieshabone into the wall. And Eric Burley survived. Not sure where Austin Gieshabone is slow on the track. But Eric Burley did fall back as well. He is in that 8th spot now with Chris Vols on his inside line. Getting ready to go to 20 to go here at Las Vegas. And things are starting to heat up. The points picture is starting to clear up. Let's go back front to Donald Sandusky as he is starting to heat up the action with the 98 of Landon Cardullo. Landon Cardullo sticking that truck to the back of the 19 of Donald Sandusky. 19 to go. As Jake Haddock still holding on to that third spot. He is roughly a second back from this battle up front. And now Landon Cardullo looking at that inside line. He's going to try to pinch the 19 up the track. Try to get him stuck with lap traffic. It's not going to quite work because the 98 is going to lose a lot of time coming off the corner. '19 of Donald Sandusky into the wall. And we got one spinning, losing control, maybe going down to pit road. Was the Justin Michael involved in another spin? And he is now on pit road. So the pole sitter tonight having troubles on the track late in this race. And Donald Sandusky needs to hold on to this lead to knock off Justin Michael for the most points led tonight, or the most laps led tonight. He does need 10 more laps to take that title from Justin Michael, but he has Landon Cardullo on the back end of him trying to make a run. To the outside, they go door by door. It does look like the 19 of Donald Sandusky will hold on to the lead, but now here comes Landon Cardullo on that outside line. He's getting the run he needs. He needs to get up the track away from lap traffic. So we're gonna have a lead change here with 15 to go. Landon Cardullo to that lead, to the stripe, will lead his first lap in a while, as it's gonna be actually his 19th lap led here, and he started in second. He has remained up front for most of this race tonight. So Landon Cardullo now leading his 20th lap, 13 to go. And taking a look at your top 5 as they sit right now. Landon Cardullo, who started second tonight, now up front. Donald Sandusky, who started 9th, is in second. Jay Haddock, who started 7th tonight, has moved into the 3rd spot. Andrew Schulte, who started 4th, has remained in that 4th spot for most of the night. And Chris Vols, who started in 5th, is sitting in 5th as well. And this is where things are going to get interesting. They are making a pass on lap traffic. The 04 of Michael Johnson, who is actually in 6th, is getting lapped. A lot of guys did take to the pits. And we're going to see if Landon Cardillo and Donald Sandusky can finish this thing out without having to take another stop. And the 69 of Kerry Cleaver is getting ready to go down a third lap tonight. He is now going to be scored as 3 laps down. And right now, your drivers on the lead lap: Landon Cardillo, Donald Sandusky, Haverick, Andrew Schulte, and Chris Voles. I tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see if these guys can save enough fuel to get them through 10 more laps of hard-nosed racing here, because these guys are pretty close to have, between the top 3, you have 2 seconds separating the field. So if one of these guys runs out of fuel before the end and another one's able to save fuel, that could be the difference in a win here tonight. So 9 laps when they cross the start-finish line. Landon Cardillo after 24 laps led. And maybe we are seeing the 19 trying to save a little bit of fuel, because he is dropping back pretty fast. Eight laps to go, and Landon Cardillo out to 1, and we're actually seeing more time come off. Did something happen to Donald Sandusky? Because he has now dropped to 1.5 seconds back. Maybe we are starting to see that fuel conservation from Landon, as he has almost given Jay Hatterick a chance to catch him now. And Landon Cardillo is coming down pit road. Donald Sandusky stays out as he'll take the lead back over with 7 to go. So Donald Sandusky, does he have enough fuel to last till the end? He has a 1.8 second lead on like second place Jay Hatterick, Andrew Schulte in that 3rd position now. Chris Voles, Landon Cardillo is still on the lead lap if he can stay in front of Donald Sandusky. And it does not look like he will, as Donald will pass him, as Landon's on the apron right now. So 6 laps to go. And what happens to these leaders if they decide to stay out? Donald now 2 seconds ahead of Jay Hatterick. Five to go now. We're going to see who has enough fuel to get to the end. Justin Michael is trying to get back on the lead lap. He is currently showing as 6th. And you can tell just how much the 19 is saving the field. He's going to let the 87 of Justin Michael go right by him pretty quickly. And here comes the 19 of Donald Sandusky. We got a caution. And does the 19 get penalized for coming off of the pit road too late there? But I tell you what, that caution could not have come out at a better time. And it looks like it may have been the 27 of Matthew Wilson. Oh no, he caught the pace car pretty early. Still looking to see who it was. Well, let's take a look back here. See if we can figure out who may have caused the caution. 69 Kerry Cleaver was in the wall. And it looked like it was Lyman Vanderweg, who was down slow. Oh yeah, he made contact with the 11 of Jay Hatterick, and Lyman took the brunt of that. But Jay Hatterick will remain in the 2nd place. Now the question is, do we get one more green flag lap here before this race is over? Donald Sandusky is out front though. And Donald Sandusky was getting ready to come to pit road when that caution came out. So that was perfect timing for him. And we are on 3 to go right now. If we do not double it up next time around, that should do it. So it does look like that'll be it here tonight at Las Vegas, as they have not doubled them up. 2 laps to go. They're coming around for the white flag right now. So your winner tonight, Donald Sandusky, Jay Hatterick, and Andrew Schulte will be your top 3. Chris Vols and Nathan Sylvia, your top 5. So Nathan Sylvia able to remain in front of Eric Borelli, and that's going to help in the points, but they still do have, I believe this is their halfway point, so they have 5 more weeks of racing here, and anything could happen in the points. So coming around for the final time, Donald Sandusky coming around turn number 4 to take the checker flag, and there you have it. Donald Sandusky, your winner here tonight at Las Vegas. And let's get right into it. Let's pull Donald Sandusky up to the booth tonight and see how he feels after his race tonight. Donald Sandusky, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
What a race out there tonight. You start 9th, come away with the win, and you lead 48 laps. How was the truck out there tonight?
That was awesome, man. I had a blast. And I just, you know what I mean. I was just working the track. You know what I mean. Just doing my thing. You know, I was down to my last reset, so everything worked out pretty good. But that last caution that just came out, I almost made it into the pit to come out, and I just shot out, and I left with point .2 and with fuel situation. That's all I had left.
Yeah, we were watching you at the end there. We were wondering if you were going to have enough fuel to make the finish. And just as we saw you coming down to pit road, that's when we saw that caution come out. It looks like you just barely made it out of the pit road entrance to not get popped with the black flag for improper exit of pit road. But I tell you what, you held it all the way until that caution came out. And I tell you what, it's got to feel pretty good to be in that truck tonight.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I had a blast. Since the start of the race, I had a blast. I knew I had a fast truck, so, and I just did what I had to do. And, I was just worried about Justin Michaels, Landon and all that stuff. The guys up front, they were, pretty tough. So, but I had a blast, and I hope everybody else had a blast also.
Now, I'm not quite sure. We're trying to find really quick to see where you guys are at next week. Give me one moment here.
Well, see, this is my first night back in a long time. Probably about maybe 2 years.
Well, it's got to feel pretty good to be back and come back with a win like that. And I tell you what, we've seen you the last couple weeks. You kind of start near the back, you kind of ride it out, and you get a late race run.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes I'm aggressive. I'm more aggressive, but then just like tonight, I was just laid back. You know what I mean? And it just came to me. Like I said, I had a blast.
Now, next week, we kind of head to, it's a different track, but it is kind of the similar length. We head to Kansas. How are you at Kansas?
I'm pretty well. I do pretty good there also.
All right. Well, once again, you do start ninth tonight. You come away with the win. You also lead 48 laps. I think you were just a couple laps off of the most laps led, but more importantly, you come away with that win. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Just everybody involved. That's a part of Trucks Gone Wild. Johnny. Everybody, man, just putting on a great show. You guys. And I thank you very much.
All right. Well, congrats once again on your win, and we hope to see you next week out at Kansas.
You will. Thank you, sir.
All right, and we'll get to our second place finisher, Jay Hatterick. Jay Hatterick, you got a copy?
10-4, man.
Well, you battled out there pretty much all night. You started in 7th, and you slowly worked your way up towards the front. How was the racing out there tonight?
It was good. I thought I had it towards the end there. I had enough fuel to make it to the end. I was just trying to wait it out. Donald was pitting that lap. Thought for sure I had the race. That caution, unfortunately, stole it from me. But it was a good race. It was. I like them a little looser. It was a little tight, but once I figured the throttle out and everything was good. People raced hard but clean.
Now next week you guys do head to Kansas. How are you at Kansas?
I love Kansas. Honestly, Kansas is one of my favorite tracks. I'm a huge fan of Kansas. I'm hoping for the best. I've had great success in the past. I don't really know with the trucks, but we'll see.
All right. Well, once again, you do start 7th tonight. You come away with a second place finish. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Just Johnny for putting all this on for us. Without him, we wouldn't have it.
All right. Well, congrats on your second place finish, and we hope to speak to you hopefully in Victory Lane next week at Kansas.
I'll see you there.
All right, and we will head to Andrew Schulte, who is our third place finisher. Let's see if we can find him in the TeamSpeak. And it does look like Andrew Schulte may... Oh, we do have him. Andrew Schulte, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you start 4th tonight. You come away with the third place finish. How was the truck out there tonight? It looked like you were battling most of the night.
Truck was good. A lot of tonight was tire saving, and then that's always a challenge when you guys got or when you got trucks fast and you want to stay up with the fast trucks and you want to run with them, but at the same time you're battling with yourself because you want to save tires so that you're not falling off at the end of the run. So that's that's what we dealt with a lot today. In that last run, we were good to go on fuel. I had saved enough to where I would have made it to the end, and if that caution didn't come out, I feel like I would have had a chance to come away with the victory there because Donald was just about to pit, and I don't know how much fuel Jai had, but I feel like I at least would have caught him had not passed him by the end of the race.
Now, I believe this is the halfway point in the Lazy Days Racing Truck Series hosted by Trucks Gone Wild. So, next week you guys do head to Kansas, and it's going to be, a pretty big thing to try to get a good finish out there halfway through the season. How are you at Kansas?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. I'm decent at most tracks. I'm sure I can finish in the top 10, if not the top 5. So, but I feel like again there is going to be a lot of what we saw today. If we get long green flag runs, is going to be tire saving and fuel strategy. So, should be another interesting race.
All right. Well, you do start fourth tonight. You come away with a third place finish. You also lead 2 laps. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to Johnny for putting on this league for us. It's our 3rd season doing it, and it's always been a lot of fun doing it. Thanks for broadcasting this. I hope the viewers enjoyed the race, and I think that's it.
All right. Well, congrats on your 3rd place finish, and we hope to speak to you next week out at Kansas.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and we will get right into the results for tonight. Donald Sandusky does come away your winner tonight. Jay Hatterick will finish 2nd. Andrew Schulte will finish 3rd tonight. Chris Vols will finish 4th. Nathan Sylvia will finish in 5th, rounding out your top 5. Justin Michael will finish in the 6th spot. Michael Johnson in 7th. Landon Cardullo will finish 8th. Eric Burley will finish 9th. Lyman Vanderwig will finish in 10th. Austin Gieshbone will finish 11th tonight. Matthew Wilson will finish 12th. Kerry Cleaver will finish 13th. Matt Burkhart in 14th. Kyle Kijabosh ran into some problems with his truck tonight, will finish in 15th. And Sean Zulu rounds out the field tonight in 16th. Johnny Smith and Wayne Galloway did not take to the field. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by, checking out the race tonight. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to MaxB TV 3 for more great racing. And until next time, everybody have a great night.